Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Relationship Flow. To be with that person, to spend time with that person, to dedicate yourself to that person, to find that person, to be in touch with your inner soul, who you really truly are, your essence, your reality, and then become one with another soul. Really is what our goal is in this relationship flow, is to bring that alive on a daily level and to understand the struggles and the pain that a person goes through on a daily level, a weekly level, monthly level, lifetime. This is all part of what we are in this world to do, is to go beyond ourselves, to enter into the oneness of mankind or humankind, let's say, and to join into that reality of that we're part of one relationship experience with our Creator, with that higher power that releases us from our bounds and from our restraints. So when we enter into these things, these concepts, and we bring it down into practical life between a man and a woman, or between a relationship partner in a generation where there's never been so much distraction and disunity and those kind of flows. A person could see someone and feel connection. Now the question is, how do you bring that about in a practical way? So there are many guiding lights, guiding advices. They say that the 613 mitzvahs of the Torah are itim, they're advice. So when you understand that they're there to just be advice and how we can come more one and more unified. There's a concept of 10, 6 plus 1 plus 3 equals 10. There's this concept of unity and unification that takes place through this binary experience of 10, of oneness, because 10 has the power to unify the Salam Elohim, the godly form of mankind, and to bring it to a oneness by understanding that breaks down to 10 divine attributes, 10 divine emanations, and 10 aspects of a person that allow a person to get advice on how to be more in tune with their spiritual sides, when to be kind, when to be judgmental, when to protect oneself, when to be balanced, when to be victorious and to inspire other people to victory, when to have the power to listen and active listening, to really attune yourself into the relationship that you're with. And then there's the idea of synergizing, joining, of connection, of that intimacy, and bringing that out into reality, into forming other human beings and other creations, and developing a family and a home. And all these spiritual concepts are all there just to advise us on a daily, literal level. They're not just, high ideas. They're meant to reach down into the depths of humankind and give us the tools to make those daily decisions. A person is going to be tested on a daily level. There's pain, there's hardship, and a person's going to be, feeling like, well, how can I make more money? How can I be able to support the people around me? And a person could start feeling, well, I'm not able to. There's just too many obstacles, too many aspects holding me back. So then a person empowers himself through that trait of victory, of going out there and being victorious, of joining with others. A person has a strength, an inner strength, to not be judgmental of himself in a negative way, but to judge what needs to be improved, and to do more kindness with those around. And that kindness will reflect back and bring more divine abundance and more success in your work and your business, by seeing with a good eye the people around you and awakening in people around you the good aspects, and that will give them ability, and through that your sphere of influence, everything just goes up. So on a daily level, there's so much opportunity. If you have children, there's so much ability to educate and to explain and to work through very deep struggles and deep painful moments, and to face those moments together, and to allow ourselves to reach to higher levels, and to give time to those who need to find group opportunities, to discuss and work through pain to just ignore the pain, or to take alcohol or drugs or other distractions, that's not going to help a person really in any way or form, other than delay the inevitable. You have to face the pain, and the pain of life has to be dealt with. The pain of lack, a pain of not investing enough in your relationships. These need to be dealt with. It needs to be faced, and it can be a whole different experience than what we're doing in this world, and therefore our relationships can flow in a real healthy way. So our relationship flow today is really an expression of how much can we allow ourselves to tune in to these divine advice, this true essence of who we are, that there's these 10 realities of creation, that we're not just whatever. There is guidance, there is advice, there is a tikkun klali, there is an overall rectification of everything going on, 10 forms of song. And we're going to talk about it a bit more in another podcast, Moon is Our Future, I hope this week, and try and explain how this can, help us generally. But in a relationship level, it means like on an everyday experience, there are aspects of our human kind that can guide us, that we don't just act like an animal or act off instinct, that we have actual guiding intellectual and emotional and how we speak and act. There's forces guiding us to come back to that oneness, to intuit that truth of our essential goodness, our essential unity. Our human creation has intrinsic oneness with the other person, and it's only there's a lack of connection to that true intuitive oneness that disguises us or distracts us away from that truth, and that creates so much room for pain. So really what we need to do is to just have compassion, and to really seek out compassion on ourselves as well, but compassion on the people around us, to really awaken that oneness and that truth that we have everything we need, and we always will have everything we need. And there's an emunah, there's a source of love and truth constantly in our life, even when we feel somewhat abandoned. But there's always an overall oneness that's binding us all together in some form or another, that brings some sort of peace of mind and joy and fulfillment. So I hope this was helpful. I would really love to hear from everybody, some more feedback, and I'll put in my post below the email to do so. And I really wish everybody a wonderful week. Now, I have the pleasure right now to be walking on the rooftop in Jerusalem, a few minutes from my home, my workplace, and have that blessing of the beautiful sunny day after so much rain, so much new blessing and renewal entering into the world of the last few weeks. And to share these flows, to understand the relationship is live and real on a daily level, and we all have ability to invest ourselves in the most important investment in our life, the biggest money maker there is, ourselves and our relationship with the loved ones around us and our Creator. Wishing everybody a beautiful week. Please let me know your relationship flow and keep in touch.